Hello folks, Robert Parker here from Roarekter Designs. I'm new on this platform, figured I'd show y'all what we have to offer here. We have a website that was started out in 2014. It's called fashionoutofthebox.com. The site I am taking down now because we have upgraded our characters from 2D mannequins to 3D animation characters. I am actually telling these characters what to say when we are doing these fashion classes. I also will have classes where I am doing things live, where my wife is actually videoing me on the camera while I am doing live training. This site is free, and the new site is called Roarekterdesigns.com. We have a YouTube channel. It's under Robert Parker. And I'll give you an idea of what's going on here. I went through 8 years of fashion school to get the 2-year degree. When I got out, there was no jobs, as most schools are. And then the computer age come in and just knocked out everything I'd learned because I didn't know computer aided drafting and all that. My background was I wanted to be an artist at one time. That changed to becoming an architect, and then the building boom was going down, so I didn't go into that either. I later went into fashion because a shop told me I could not work there because I was a guy, and I said I'm going to run them out of business. That was my plateau at first, but it soon became something I liked, and I kept pursuing it. I got out with a 2-year degree. I had a standing ovation when I left the school. I do know what I'm doing. I don't always cover the college way of doing it. I do not like traditional fashion. I don't go with the trends. I like to design my own stuff. And I'm kind of nervous on this because I've never used this kind of camera before. So you have to excuse me there. But we do have a offering of training. It don't cost you anything. And we've covered draping so far, and in the characters we started off with Manny, which I will show you in a minute, and then Victoria come along, or I'm sorry, it was Zeta came along, then Victoria came along, and then my wife and me are now put in 3D animation too. We have a 3D animation sewing machine built, but I can't seem to get it into my program just yet, so we're working on that part. But I want the site to be a 3D animation site where I talk to the characters and they do the training. There will still be live trainings for the time being. We may go to selling live video of the whole segment. That's the only thing at this point that I look to sell. Maybe clothing later. We don't know at this time. But I thought I'd introduce you to the characters of how this works. So if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get up. My wife says don't turn your back to the camera, so I'm going to try to talk and come back here between these girls. Okay, this is Manny. She is our icon of what we started with. She's a very sarcastic British talking lady. Now keep in mind, all this is fictitious. It's not real. We don't give degrees. We don't claim to be a fashion school. I'm just showing you what I learned. And I'm trying to do it in a fun way because school can be boring sometimes. All the lectures, everything. We have no record of what you've done on the website or nothing. I will be posting on here too some of the older videos from the site. But this is fashion out of the box. When we was using the mannequins, we was using Crazy Talk. We was taking pictures of her and letting her talk. And then I was texting in what she was telling about. When we got it started, we decided to go a little bit further and get another person. So we got a picture offline of Zeta, and she was supposed to be our fashion teacher, but we had a problem. She was sitting in a chair. I couldn't move her. Unlike Manny, I could change clothes on her and make her wear some of my designs. I couldn't do it with Zeta. So we decided to get another mannequin, and her name is Victoria. She has now become our main fashion design teacher, in Fashion Out of the Box, of course. And then my wife does live video of me training in live. Now, like I said, this site is going down. We have now come to 3D animation. Manny and Victoria and Zeta still there. The difference is now I can get Zeta out of the chair. She can actually walk and talk just like Manny and Victoria. We do not give degrees on this, and we do not give any certificates of completion. It's totally up to you if you want to learn it. It's out there for free. I believe in helping people. I spent a lot of money and a lot of time learning all this. I knew what I was doing when I walked in. I was sewing and making my own clothes and already winning ribbons in the fairs and stuff like that. But I didn't know a whole lot about designing at that time. So I went to Project Runway auditions 3 times. The first time they just wasn't interested in my clothing. The second time they got to talking a little bit, but they didn't like fabrics because I'd used it from Walmart fabrics and it was too cheap. So the next year we came back in with about $600 worth of fabric. And actually I don't have any of the designs here. Both of these have been to the Project Runway audition. Were turned down. But I did get them to take the portfolio that time, look at it. They didn't like the way the portfolio looked like. They considered me for the show, and then they said, we admire your tenacity, and that was the end of it. And I decided after 3 times, that was it. So anyway, I decided then to train people. I know I'm not a teacher. This is the first time ever I've been training people online of any kind of sewing or draping or anything. We do go into draping. We have some draping videos out there now, I think. We don't have too many sewing videos. I have one sewing video that's been posted of making my wife a wraparound skirt on YouTube. There's 2 videos of it from start to finish. And that's basically the story of what Roarekter Designs is and where it's coming from. I'm out here to help people. I'm not out here to really make money. So if I can help people, that's what I want to do. Because in the end, money don't mean anything. It's what kind of legacy have you left? What have you left behind you? What are you leaving for other people to leave to other people? I'm a Christian, and I don't mind saying that because I believe that with all my heart. I wouldn't be here if I hadn't been healed of leukemia through the Lord God Almighty at the top. I wouldn't be here. So my belief is I am a Christian, and I won't get into that too much on this. I do have a site called talkaboutjesuschrist.com where you can actually hear some of our animation preaching through these same characters. But anyway, that's what I have to offer, and I hope y'all will take advantage of it. Thank you, and this is Robert Parker signing out.